Good day to everybody out there to see thy wealth, water your health, drink a glass of water. And if you can hear it, it's raining. And this is in a great time when you're off grid because we collect a lot of rainwater for our usage, for shower, for our toilets, for brushing our teeth, for every garden. So the rain is coming down right now. And that's, like I said, one of the ways we catch our water. And we catch our water from the gutters that we had installed. And we put some gutter protectors up there. I don't know if you might not be able to see it because I'm up too close. Yeah, you probably can't see it, but there's gutters up here that come down into a cistern that, for us to use. And that's what allows us to use free water here at our off-grid homestead. Off-grid meaning we're not connected to any utilities, no water from the city or county, and no electricity from any third party or anything like that. We have solar and we have a water well, just as well as this water tank here, which holds about 600 gallons. So what happens is there's a switch in here, and when the water gets down to a certain level, the switch kicks on and tells the well to send water from the well. And there's a pump there that pumps the water here. Now, when it rains, of course, you don't really get no water from the well because the rain is keeping the water up to that level, which is pretty much, it's up here. We're pretty much filled. Like I said, 600 gallons. So that allows us to store as much water as we possibly can. Someone was telling me I should probably get another tank and store more, and I probably should, because I don't think you can ever have too much water. But listening to the guy who did the permaculture consultation, he said that I probably won't ever need to use that creek, because you got to remember, not only do we have the well and the gutters, we also have the creek, which is an abundant amount of water in there right now. And I mean, it's incredible. I love it. It's fish, other wildlife, and we could tap into it if we ever run out of water here, but I don't think we will. Maybe tap into it for energy purposes, for like electrical, but even if we had to use it for water, I wouldn't mind using it. But essentially what I'm trying to get at is, this is how we have free water. This is how we don't ever have a water bill, and we're able to get rid of expenses that are causing us stress in our daily life. Because let's just be honest, bills are stressful, especially when we don't have the money, especially when all other things that we're using in our daily life is increasing in prices, whether it's bread, whether it's gas, energy use, it's all increasing. The food prices, it's ridiculous, which is why we have a garden here, which is why we have plenty of fruit trees, which is why I encourage you to grow your garden, because a lot of these guys get online and they tell you that it's the end times and you need to stay dangerous and live like you're on the run. Well, my thing is, if it's the end times, which I don't believe we are in the end times, I think that we're transitioning into new territory, and we're going to have to be more self-reliant. And the more that we're relying on the government, the more vulnerable we are. I'll say that. And the best way to become more self-sufficient and sustaining is to buy some land. And my best way to go about purchasing land, if you can't get it from a for sale by owner, someone that you know you're getting a great deal, is to go to a public auction. And if you're not going to go, if you can't make it to a public auction, then maybe check with the county, whatever county you decide to go into, and ask them for over-the-counter tax deeds. Over-the-counter tax deeds. You might go, I don't know which department, the Treasury Department, but someone will tell you. If you ask them, can you point me in the direction of the department that deals with sheriff sales for properties that owe delinquent tax, or property owners that own delinquent taxes? And they'll more than likely transfer you to that department or tell you what department deals with that. You talk to them, ask them if they have a list. And most of the time they'll say yes or no, we don't have those, or everything sold at the auction. And you can say, well, when is your next auction? And they'll tell you when the next auction is. And you say, well, where can I find the list at? They'll tell you where you can find the list at. You can look at that list and see what the auction prices start off at. $1,500, $700, $17,000, $70,000, whatever it is. Whatever your price range is, whatever your budget, you check it out. You do your research, you do your due diligence, get on Google University, get on YouTube University, look up tax deeds, look up pitfalls of investing in tax deeds, look up positives of investing in tax deeds, and you do what you need to do from there. Most importantly, make sure that the property doesn't have any liens on it. But we have to start buying our land, because that's the only way we can ensure that we have something, we can sustain our life without any outside parties. And we could do that by growing our own food, having our well, having our solar. Because if you have no mortgage, you're buying from the auction, there's no mortgage. You may not have very much property taxes depending on what state, county, or country you're investing in. Here, I think mine are about $18 a year, if I'm not mistaken, $18 a year. But, you know, even if I had to pay $800 a year, it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. But we have to start with the land. You know, you got 19 keys. These guys, they preach, they preach, they preach, they preach. They teach, they teach, they teach, they teach, they teach. They do seminar after seminar after seminar, city after city, ticket after ticket, selling you, selling you, selling you. And they're not telling you how to actually sustain yourself so you can live a life of abundance without relying on any outside government. These same people that's telling you to invest. It's like, invest in what? Gold water that you're selling? Invest in me just continuing to watch you tell me nothing about how to get out of my situation? Because, I mean, what are these guys saying? They're giving high-level conversations. I mean, what kind of high-level conversations are you having if you're not telling people if you're not showing people? Because I'm tired of hearing I'm tired of people telling people what to do. Oh, click on this link for this webinar. Mosquito just got me. Click on the link for this webinar and I can show you how to do this. I can show you how to do that. I mean, get your bread, you know, but at the end of the day, all that investing in this and that and everything else is like, why get you something where you don't have to pay for it after you buy it? You buying a house, you got this mortgage, you know what I'm saying? Even if you have tenants, if they don't pay, you stuck with that mortgage and they come take your property back. Like, I'm not telling nobody to be scared. I'm just saying right now, make sure you can feed yourself. Make sure you have some water. Listen to the birds. It's beautiful out here. You know, and make sure you have some good people around you. And if you can't have no good people around you, don't have nobody around you. I don't have nobody around me. It don't mean I don't have no good people in my life. It's just where I'm at right now and there's nobody here. You know, but we collect our water for free. We love free things. That's what we say. We love free things. But, you know, how much, I guess it depends on what the free things are. This water right here, all this water right here. I haven't paid a water bill. Man, I had an electrical bill. I had an electrical bill last month that I found out about when I was flying to Mexico. And I had to fly back into the States on a layover briefly. And I had this property that I purchased at the auction, tax deed auction in Florida. And I had some electric on the property because I was thinking about fixing it up, but then I ended up just reselling it. But I still had electric, you know, because the sellers come in, or the buyers come in, they want to turn the electric on or whatever and see if they can, whatever, inspection. So I get a bill. Well, I turned it off. I turned the electrical off when I first came here, or when I first sold the property, which was April. And I get to my mailbox as I'm on the layover in Los Angeles last month when I'm going to Mexico. And the bill is from I'm thinking I'm going to get my deposit back, which was $300. And there's a bill for $100-something. And I'm like, actually, I look online first before I get to LA to see because I'm like, if I look online, see if they processed everything, and I look on there, and there's $100 and some bill. I'm like, why is there a bill? And they're like, oh, I'm like, I called to close the account. They should have just took it from the $300 deposit. And I was just very, very upset. But electrical bill, I don't have that anymore. And that's just the headaches of the bull crap. The electrical bills, things like that. You got to wait on these people to send you your $300 deposit that they should have been taken and subtracted what was owed to them and sent me my money back. So it's just crazy. So I don't have no electrical bill. I don't have no water bill. I don't have none of that bill. Mortgage. You know, so in the time that we're in today, Trump meeting up with Russia, Putin up in Alaska, this country going at it with that country, you know, the land is where it is. If anything fails, I know that I can get something to drink. I got plenty of coconuts back here, and I got plenty of food. You have to make sure you have plenty of food, plenty of water, and no mortgage. No mortgage, no protests, no jurisdiction. That's what they say. You know, I'm just kind of blabbing off at the mouth right now. But listen to these birds. Listen to this. I wake up to this every day. Every rising. Every day. Good rising. Good day. And they greet me. It never fails. I mean, it was partially raining and it's supposed to stop because the sun is going to come out. But, you know, it rained last night. Got a lot of good food for the fruit trees up front. For all the trees, really, all this vegetation, all these herbs and beautiful, beautiful plants. It's incredible. Okra's growing. Everything's growing. Even I'm growing. Hope you're growing on this bright Saturday morning. Partially cloudy, I'm sorry, not bright. Partially bright, partially cloudy, because we got some brightness coming through. Y'all can see it, you know. But no, y'all want some free water, man, get your own land. Get your own land. Get you some rain catchment systems. Get you a land that's bordering a stream, a creek, river, whatever body of water, and get you a well. And that's how you do it. And stop listening to these guys tell you about the end times and to be prepared if they're not even showing you that they have none of the stuff to even help you to be prepared. They just running off at the mouth. And with that, I appreciate everybody for tapping in. This is See Thy Wealth, Water Your Health. Drink a glass of water.